Just a clarification, when I say the phrase do what you want to do and like go your own path, take your own direction, I don't mean instant gratification. I don't mean doing whatever you want and just going and doing instant gratification. What I really mean by do what you want is do what your vision is, do what you really desire in the long term. Become who you really want to become in the long term. Long term game is what you really want. That's like that's your will, right? That's what you wish for yourself. Those are your goals basically. And I feel like in life a lot of the times, which is like really hard, at least in my stage, because I'm like a young guy, not super disciplined, working on that. I think like life as a man. Okay, that sounds cringe. I'm not saying that. I feel like life for whatever. I'm gonna sound like a masculinity YouTuber or something. But I feel like life for a man, life for men is like you make a decision on what you want, like what your vision is, and then you have to use discipline to just stick to that. You basically make the decision beforehand in like whatever area of life, on your goals or on what you plan to do in any area of life. You plan out, you make the choice, you make the decision beforehand on what you are going to do, and you just have to stick with that decision and not get distracted, not like get sidetracked, not just not show up. I feel like that's how it is. Like you have to make a choice and just use discipline to stick by that choice. And that's what I think is going your own direction. It's aligning with who you want to become and who you are, right? Like, I guess I can use a smoking example again. Like, if everyone around you is smoking, maybe you have like a small desire to smoke, so you wouldn't just do what you want and go smoke when your long-term vision, your core belief is that I don't want to smoke. I'm not with that crowd. It's not good for me. It's not my thing. Like that's your core belief. That's what you really want for yourself. Where you might slightly want the instant gratification. So doing what you want, taking your own direction, forging your own path, having a strong opinion, all of these things, all of these phrases that I use would be applying to aligning with your core value of like, I'm not a smoker, or I don't do shit that's bad for my health for no reason just to fit in. Like that's just a very common global example of like peer pressure, right? Just going your own way instead. And I think that is what you truly want. Not just the instant gratification, but the delayed gratification, the long term things that take time. And yeah, honestly it's hard. It's hard to like have the discipline to just stick with that thing that you decided beforehand. And if you get the feelings of changing, you have to like actually make like an executive decision in your brain on like you have to like actually decision make, right? And think like, is this is it right to change this decision that I've already made or not? You have to actually reflect and think versus just intuitively, not even intuitively because that sounds good, just mindlessly doing whatever pops up and just falling into instant gratification because you're not you aren't because you just because you don't take the time to make the decision, make the choice on your own with like your rational mind. You know what I mean? So I think that's what really is doing what you want, is doing what you actually want, like what your will wants, what your brain actually wants, not what it wants right now. It's kind of hard to explain. The best way I can explain it is that if you meditate, you start to realize that like all your thoughts are bullshit and that you're not your thoughts and that you're actually your will. Right, you are your goals basically. Like your goal is to be a better person, to be more jacked, to be more rich, to be good in character and whatever. whatever your goals are for your the type of person you want to become. That would be your like will. That's like what you actually want to do. Like you actually want to do work and be productive, but maybe like your nafs basically is like making you procrastinate, right? What you actually want is to do the work, and that's what you want, right? I think that's I don't need to make this that long to explain to myself on the nuance of like doing what you want. It's doing what aligns with your core value.